Shalom, welcome back to Breslov campus. Many people who discover and enter the following of Rabbi Nachman, so they have to come across this custom or people who put on Techelet, the Techelet in the strings of the Tzitzit, and it's a bit of dilemma and a lot of clarification is needed. You know, you have Breslover Hasidim who wear Techelet, who don't. What's going on here? So we're going to try quickly to try to give all the views and all the opinions, leaving room for a person to choose as they would like to in life. First of all, the whole thing of Techelet in Breslov starts with a fourth generation Breslover, Rav Avram ben Rav Nachman. This Avram ben Rav Nachman, who was the son of Rav Nachman Halevi Tulchiner, of Chazan of Tulchin, who was the primary disciple of Rav Nosson. This Avram ben Rav Nachman received from Rav Naftali, one of the disciples, the main disciples of Rabbi Nachman, secrets of a manuscript called Megillat Setarim, in which Rabbi Nachman revealed secrets of what's going to happen until Mashiach comes. And he made it pretty clear to the two people he told it over to, which was Rav Nosson and Rav Naftali, that only two people per generation are allowed to know about this Megillat Setarim. So in 1844, when Rav Nosson passed away before Rav Naftali, this Rav Naftali handed it over to another Breslover named Rav Aaron Lipovetsker. And I'll correct myself when I made a mistake before what I said. Aaron Lipovetsker is the one who gave it over to Rav Avram ben Rav Nachman. So when Rav Naftali passed away, so this Rav Avram ben Rav Nachman, he was alive at the same time when the famous Rabbi Gershon Heinrich Leiner, the Radziner Rebbe, claimed to rediscover the Techelet, the squid fish who produces this Techelet dye, and he wrote major books proving that this is the right fish and squid, and he faced major opposition by many big rabbis at the time. Who are you to be able to reveal it and everything? And he faced major opposition. And the story goes that once when Avram ben Nachman was visiting Poland, and he was by the Radziner Rebbe, he had a connection, a closeness to him, and the Radziner Rebbe was telling Avram ben Nachman, look how much they're opposed to the Techelet dye, and I worked so hard to figuring out and discovering which is the right squid, the right fish. So the tradition goes that Avram ben Nachman, he told to the Radziner Rebbe, I have a stronger proof than you that this is the authentic Techelet dye. And that Rabbi Nachman said that in this year, which I think is 1880 something, Tarmach 1888, that the Techelet will be rediscovered. It's because of this only that the Breslover Hasidim in Poland, for example, pre-World War II Poland, they wore the Techelet dyed string according to the opinion of the Radziner tradition. Okay, so this is where wearing Techelet in Breslov starts. Now there's different views. One view is that after the initial Radziner Rebbe passed away, that his son who replaced him wasn't so faithful in following the same solution, the same matkonet, the same process in making it. So Breslover Hasidim felt, especially in Uman at the time before World War II, that it's already expensive to get this dye and everything, and if it's not for sure that they're doing it properly, so why waste money when there was no money? People were dying out of poverty and hunger. Why kill ourselves if it's something which is out of doubt? So many Breslovers stopped wearing this Techelet. Okay, so you have those who wore and those who didn't. Besides that, there's a whole another line of Breslov tradition that this is not true at all, that this Rav Nachman didn't say this and wasn't the author, it wasn't the source for this idea, and it wasn't accepted at all. This was especially by the Cherner Rav Nachman Goldstein of Cheren, and his grandson Rav Avram Sternhartz, and his disciples, etc. So in Breslov you have camps of people who wear the Techelet and who don't wear the Techelet, leaving you room to decide. You can choose. And not to say, Breslovers, they all wear white kippas and they wear Techelet. That's not the case. There's different opinions, different perspectives. You are free to do what you'd like to do regarding wearing Techelet, what type of Techelet. There's room, there's leeway and leverage to do as you wish. To sign off with this nice sicha that appears in the book Siach Sarfei Kodesh, that Breslov elder or Rav Yisrael Karduner or Rav Shmuel Meir Anshin had a dream with Rabbi Nachman, and he asked Rabbi Nachman, do I have to wear Techelet? The Techelet that came out from the Red Ziner, Rabbi. And Rabbi Nachman himself said, Lav Dafka, you don't have to wear the Techelet. So all this to say, you can choose how and what to put Techelet, not to put Techelet, but there's no room to say that this is a Breslov way and that's it. There's room for all opinions, Baruch Hashem.